Welcome. Let's get into a market report update. So currently it's April 25th. It's Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. So let's start on Bitcoin with the daily time frame, see how things are shaping up, see if there's any opportunity setting itself up. So with Bitcoin still in this pullback here, and we want to be figuring out within the context of the uptrend if we can get in at a discounted price and look for a continuation to the upside. And if that does happen, where is it likely going to be headed? So the goal here is to, whenever this pullback concludes, get in and look for this move, look for this continuation up to around this level at 32.5, around 32,500, right around here. That's what the goal is, to expect this move and get in at a discount. So what area is this likely heading to? Well, talked about this in a couple of the other videos, looking for some lows to be swept. And we already do have this resetting on stochastic RSI. What I would like to see is this double peak down here. So we already have one cross up. Now it's crossing back down. And I think that next cross up may be our bottoming, where we see that fall through to the upside. So once it double peaks there, which it has not yet, so maybe we see this push down a bit more before curling up, maybe sweeping this low here. Already swept some of the lows on here on lower time frames. Daily, this is kind of the low to be sweeping here for some stop losses before this can take off. If we go to a logical area of value, we can kind of look at it like this. So below this low, this area, we also have some previous highs here that may be, acting as support when retested. So I think a logical area would be somewhere in here to be getting in. It's already at the 50 EMA, so it's already at a decent discount in the context of this uptrend. So already, so we can really move this box up here and kind of say this whole area is a decent area to be getting in and looking for this move to the upside to go to around 32.5. Okay, so daily already looking pretty primed, although I'd be looking for this to have another cross up and kind of double peak here on stochastic RSI, and they oversold. Then I'd be looking for that follow through. So that's going to be the idea there. For the hourly time frame, these are the lows I was talking about getting swept in the last video, and they did indeed get swept. So still another one down here. That there's likely some stop losses resting here. Maybe we sweep those before this can head to the upside, but doesn't have to. But what I'd be looking for is a change or shift in the behavior here. So the market structure is still very bearish. We have lower highs and lower lows, and that's all we have. There's been no shift, so this high was not taken out on this pullback. Our new lower highs right here followed down for a lower low, so it took out this low. We have the lower low there. So now this is the current lower high. So if we do break that to the upside and then consolidate over the 200 EMA, then I'd be looking for that follow through to the upside. Right now, we're not getting that. So I'd actually be looking for this to follow through to the downside at this very moment on the hourly time frame, and the objective will be the low right around 26,470, this area here. That's going to be the objective for this current downtrend on the hourly time frame. And if we do see this happen, then we can have a better idea that the bottom of this move is likely in, and we can look for that continuation to the upside. So that's going to be the outlook right now, what we'll be waiting for. So for the daily on euro against the US dollar, last video talked about hidden bullish divergence here, looking for a higher low here compared to this low, hidden bullish divergence, lower stochastic RSI, higher low on price in the uptrend. That's the context. So the expectation is a continuation, and then taking out this high. Still haven't done it, but that's still going to be the expectation, taking out that high. Bigger target over here. Looking for prices to gravitate up to this area. All right. If we move on to hourly, looking for a pullback and then continuation to the upside. So if we get this pullback to a discounted entry, going to be looking for a follow through to the upside to take out this high here. So still looking for prices to head up here. If we get a pullback, that would be another entry opportunity in my eyes. So let's move on. S&P 500 resetting on stochastic RSI daily. Hidden bullish divergence. You can see that a couple of ways. Higher low in price here, lower stochastic RSI. Higher in price, lower on stochastic RSI. That's hidden bullish divergence in the context of an uptrend. Keeping in mind this has been kind of range bound, but going to be looking for a follow through to the upside. Taking out this high first. It's right around 4208. Then next target, this high over here around 4327. Looking for it to head up to these areas for that next move. Maybe we pop up to this one in the shorter term, pull back a bit, then head to that next target. So we'll see, but looking for more bullish price action, looking for follow throughs to the upside. Let's go to the hourly. Hourly's kind of range bound over the 200 EMA, back and forth. Not a lot of conviction here, not a lot of directional bias. So it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen. One thing to note, hidden bullish divergence right here, but popping under the 200 EMA. So with the way it's range bound, it's not a lot of conviction here. This could be a move down, consolidation, follow through. It's just, I just wouldn't want to call this. I just don't have a lot of confidence on this. Overall, things are heading up, so I would want to side with that. But popping under the 200 EMA, bouncing up and down on top of it, it's just not giving me a lot of conviction here. So I'd just avoid it. Let's move on. Dollar currency index still heading down. Remember this hidden bearish divergence, lower high, higher on stochastic RSI. Going to be expecting that that follows through to the downside. Taking out this low first. All the way down here is that next objective. So going to be expecting prices gravitate down here. Although I think if we take out the low here, we may see a bigger bounce first before heading down to this target. So short term, looking for this to head down, take out this low, then looking for a bounce to get in for this move. So that's going to be the objective there. Let's go to the hourly. Hourly is in a downtrend, and essentially the low over here is the target right now for this trend. If we can get this to pull back, going to be looking for a follow through move to the downside, and with this being kind of double peaking here in the oversold, going to be looking for a reset there and then follow through to the downside as long as we get a lower high. So I want to see a lower high compared to this one. I want to see a hold under the 200 EMA. So you can pull all the way back to 200 EMA. Just want to see a hold under the 200 EMA and then head to the downside to head towards this low over here. So this is the objective. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We'll go to the daily first. Daily heading to the downside at this moment, just rejected out of rejection zone indicator cloud and 200 EMA. So having already reset to overbought daily on stochastic RSI, while being in a bearish trend, going to be expecting a follow through to the downside. Looking for this low to be taken out, then looking for this low here, down in this area. So some targets here and here to see this move head downwards now that we do see hidden bearish divergence. So resetting, coming up higher, stochastic RSI with lower on price. Okay. Looking for that move to the downside, holding under the 200 EMA. Don't want to see a close above it. That's going to be the outlook here. For the hourly, a little bit more bullish on the hourly. So over the 200 EMA and an uptrend. This one, if analyzed from just the hourly, more bullish. Looks like a discounted entry right now. Good risk to reward ratio, looking to take out the high here, then the high over here. There's logical levels. So looking to head up to here and here on the hourly. Daily looking to head downwards and take out lows. Okay. Let's move on. Daily, British pound, Japanese yen, bullish still. Been expecting this heads to the upside. Looks like we're getting this to curl up. Hidden bullish divergence here, so you can see lower stochastic, but higher on price. And about to cross up, looks like. Gonna be expecting a follow through to the upside. Highs over here, looking to be taken as the next objective, not too far away there, right up in this area. Then the highs over here. So a couple objectives, looking to head up to these prices. It's too extended right now, so there's really no fresh entry. If this pulls back, still going to be expecting this heads to the upside. So maybe we see this pull back here, then head up. That would be nice to see to get an entry, but I'm expecting that we'll just see follow through to the upside here. Hourly time frame pushing up as well, also bullish. If we see this pull back, likely coming up to take out this high because still haven't swept it. Didn't quite make it up there on this push. So if we get a pullback, going to be looking for that follow through to the upside, take out the high right here before continuing for those bigger targets over here. But looking for a trend continuation move to the upside. All right, let's move on. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Now this one finally concluded the analysis that has been talked about for something like 140 days. So this one been talking about heading to the downside for 140 days now. And we finally got it completed. So the low right here was the target all the way throughout this range and throughout here, just looking for it to head down the whole time. And that's what we got. Finally made it to the target. And you know, these things can take a long time on the daily sometimes. So now that it's done though, what to do next? Well, it's going to be the same thing that it was over here. If you remember, have been watching my market report videos since all the way back here, I was expecting a big move down here. We got that move. And then the thing to do was wait for this pullback, which we got. Then the next thing to do up here was to look for this to move down to take out this low. And now the cycle repeats. We again wait for a pullback. And then again, what do you think I'll be doing? Looking for another continuation move to the downside. So that's going to be the outlook now, is same as it was over here on this push down. We got our push down now. Now it's going to be waiting for the pullback and then a continuation again. So that's the outlook there. If we go to the hourly, downtrend, looking for follow through. Already reset, overbought here. Gonna be looking for follow through down. Take out this low. Not a lot to the left over here to look at. So just gonna be looking for lows to be swept here on the hourly trend. We saw this kind of wick up here. Looks like it may have taken out some structure there. So we'll see how this goes, but expecting a continuation to the downside here for another lower low. Let's move on. Gold. Gold already has reset, oversold daily. Pulled back, rejection zone indicator cloud. Gonna be looking for a follow through. Target, this high still hasn't taken it. So that's going to be the objective, that high. Maybe we see a bigger pullback after that, but maybe we see this pullback a bit more. Still going to be looking for that to follow through to that high. Looking for the high to be swept here. That's the objective. Already reset. So it's primed. If it's going to head to the upside, it's pretty much ready to do so. Let's move on to the hourly. Just Get rid of these drawings. So for the hourly time frame, going to be looking for this to head to the downside as the most likely next short-term move. Pushed under the 200 EMA. It's kind of been just going sideways, so not a lot of conviction here. But we are seeing this reset. Overbought, double peaking, a couple double peak short entries, or signals I should say. Going to get another one here. Going to be looking for that to follow through to the downside, so taking out some lows here. Also another target down here. Looking for a follow through down. If this does come up over the 200 EMA, we see it break this high here, then pullbacks would be for buying. Okay, if that happens, the next pullback would be for buying. But right now, this is a pullback in the bearish context on the hourly, so going to be looking for that follow through to the downside is the most likely scenario. Okay, so that will conclude it for this market report video. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.